Now that we have a calendar designed, we want to take a look at the layers, because you can edit this calendar and change the design, the background, and do a lot of things to it that there may not be actions for, but you'd like to add them to yourself. So let's take a closer look at the Actions palette. Over here on the Actions palette, you'll notice that there's several layers. The top two layers, and this is on a single page calendar. The top layer is the description of the photograph, and that's just simply a text layer where you can add a description to the photograph. You can turn that on or off or edit it. The next one down is the copyright. There's a spot there to put your copyright into the calendar, and again, you can turn that on and off, change it, change the font, do whatever you'd like to it. This one here, called the grid, is the actual calendar itself. It's the grid, the numbers, the month, and so forth. You can turn that on and off, but that is not something that can be edited. It is a rasterized layer there. The next one down is your image, and the image is on there. It has a slight effect to bevel and do a drop shadow to give the calendar some depth. Next down is the banner. That you can easily change the color of the banner using the action change banner color, or you can remove it, or do something different with the banner. You can actually replace that with a picture if you'd like to, but just use that layer right there. Next down is a grouping called holidays, and in the holidays, that's where you're going to find the text for any of the holidays that are within that month. So for example, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, those are text layers within this set called holidays. And the last two are the backgrounds. The first one is the calendar background, and that's just the background for the grid itself. That defaults to white, and none of the actions change that. You can change it yourself, but we don't change necessarily that background. The calendar background is only changed in the full page see-through calendar. That background there is actually replaced by your image, and other than that, we don't change the color or anything, but this is where you can change the color of the grid background itself. And the very last layer here at the bottom is the page background. It defaults to white, and that's basically the edge-to-edge color that you have for the calendar page. That one again can be easily changed using either of the actions, edge-to-edge color or edge-to-edge wow.